You know, sometimes you get angry and you just want to yell. And you yell for a bit, and that's fine. Unfortunately, sometimes you yell at the wrong person because someone else before pissed you off. And you get mad, and then you yell at somebody else, and then that person does something potentially nice, making you go, well, is it right for me to be, oh, thank you, or oh, I'm sorry. One of the things I fucking hate about Christianity is the diehard Christians. I wanted to come on here yelling about how much I fucking hate Christians, Christianity, diehard Christians. Hold on, car. So, I want it to be all like, fuck diehard Christians who say that you're going to go to hell, that you and your mom are going to go to hell, and the other 6 billion people are going to go to hell and burn for eternity. Do you know how long eternity is? Eternity is 15 billion years of the universe, looped over and over and over and over and over and over and over, torture and burning. Why would you ever say that? I think the only reason is that people are afraid, or they've been taught that that's horrible. Why would you teach people that they'll burn forever if they don't listen to you? That's so fucking awful. And I've basically been told that multiple times in my life. And directly or indirectly. And like somehow some percentage of Satanism in you makes you satanic, and fuck all the other 6 billion people. Tell me this, diehard Christians. Why would God create 8 billion people on the earth, or like what, 12 in the beginning, let them multiply and let them stray so far from God that, that 60 to 80% of them are just going to die because they don't even know you exist, because they were raised in another culture to believe that their God was the correct God. How does that make fucking sense? Does it make sense to me? Science has definitely become a religion these days. The religion of science. Can't even question if there's UFOs. Can't even question it. 20 years ago, 40 years ago, you said you believed in UFOs, aliens, had an encounter. You were crazier than the sanest Christian. Yet, we must affirm to every presidential candidate that you must believe in a God, an invisible being that doesn't have any proof. That's a religion, isn't it? But that's crazy. That's crazy talk. Now, I've gotten so much out of Christianity positively over the years that I tend to go, yes, try to go and believe in the Jesus. And even when I pray, I'm like, here, Lord Jesus, please hear me, and maybe Sandia. And unfortunately, I've been saying Lord Sandia, but Sandia, the aliens do not want to be referred to as God figure. But that's where my mind has gone, because of being revealed that telepathy might be real. And now I'm the crazy person. I'm the crazy person because some aliens said telepathy might be real, but you're not crazy because you believe some guy created all of this simulation. What? 400 years ago? 2,000 years ago? And there were dinosaurs walking around? That's crazy. That's less crazy than aliens. All right? This world is so savage, and there can be so much fucking beauty in it. But why must we force others to believe what we believe? I mean, I'm doing it now, right? I'm forcing you to not believe what you believe. Why? But the discourse, that's what this guy told me in this Discord that I just ragingly left because one of his friends or something said something that I just snapped at because I'm a little hungover. But can you believe it? People. Good. I went out for a walk when I was angry. But the two bad things I did before that was I got angry. I told that guy to fuck off and maybe fuck his religion, possibly. I can't remember. That's what Jesus thing does. It's like anytime I think about some other religion like Buddhism or Muslimism, I think back to... Yes, hello, thank you very much. I think back to, what the pastor said, no Buddha, no Allah, only Christianity. Because, fuck those 6 billion other people, right? They just gotta believe that their religion is the fucked up one, and that your religion is the right one. And then everything will magically be okay in the end. Instead of like, actually like maybe possibly agreeing that we're all on limited lifespans here, and that real life is what I've been realizing with gardening is we all fucking die and decay, and we're disgusting, dirty animals, but there's beauty, and through death there is rebirth and new life that can hopefully learn through our genetic and technological memory to be a better species. We're getting there. But I swear to fucking God, some of you diehard Christians are gonna drag, and diehard Muslims, and diehard anything. You're gonna drag, and diehard scientists, you guys are gonna drag us, kicking and screaming. We're gonna drag you, kicking and screaming, into the 22nd century. Maybe not me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Muslim Buddha Allah. I'm sorry, please don't top off my head. Whatever is the true God. Seriously, if I have to say that the Allah is the true God, or I won't get my head chopped off, what kind of religion is that? I'm not saying that's what you do, but I've seen some stories recently that some people who criticize the Muslim religion die, get killed. Now again, that's not most moderate Muslims or moderate Christians. It's the extremists. Why do you have to be so extreme? I like extreme a bit. I like to live on the edge a bit, but I guess that's me. I like to kind of go on the edge and then teeter across, and then I see something scary and I run the fuck back to safety, and then I go back to the edge. But it's almost like if you're over the edge in some ways, as in, my God is the right God. It's like you get superpowers, and then you get to convince other people of you're weird, you know. So that's what definitely is scary about aliens coming to Earth too, because if those aliens have what we perceive to be superpowers, like altering people's memories, or reading your mind, or going through portals, and time traveling, stuff that we're just barely getting a concept of, you know. I have lived in fear a lot of my life. So much of my life I just lived in fear. And so I kind of around 15 years old, when I started smoking pot and hanging out with my old friends, started taking more risks. Because before that, I was so afraid. I was constantly afraid. And now that's come back, that fear in my life. But it's a fine line between fear and aggression, as you can tell from this very ranty, very hungover, not very hungover, just slightly hungover vlog. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting world. Someone's trying to call me. It says scam likely. Do not give your phone number out to anybody unless they're like your top 10. You know, maybe one bank that you trust, and then your friends. That's it. Otherwise, you'll get robocalled to fucking hell. Where's God to save me from robocalls? Where's the Elam Mouse to save me from robocalls? I don't see him. It's almost like on Earth, we have to rely and trust each other, even though we could bash each other over the head with a rock at any time, just like in Rust, except for we don't do it in real life because there's rules, and because maybe we're afraid to go to a fiery place, and that's the only thing keeping me from being decent. Wow, I think you're kind of shitty human being in some senses, to believe that. I kind of understand. I wake up as a semi-atheist, semi-Christian, semi-Christian, semi-Alamau fan, and I go, now part of that is because I've been breathing a lot, and the COPD. So I'm gasping for air because I ate a pizza last night, that sort of thing. But part of that is you're waking up and you realize that life is futile and there's nothing, there's no heaven, there's nothing. And so I could understand why believing in that you're a sacred chosen person and going to a magical fairy place or getting your brain uploaded. But then if you're going to get your brain uploaded, then how's your soul? You know, does your soul transfer with the... But these are questions that I think should be asked. But the extremists, you can't ask that question. It's not okay to ask those questions, at least in America, and we complain about it a lot. America, God bless America. We can ask those questions. We have the right to be upset from time to time. Even though we're fucking annoying other people, we have that right, and hopefully we can all learn a little from this. That's right, CryoHungOver, 2032 president, who yells and hopefully talks some sense.